Who remembers the BJ and Bill show all those years ago on WOLZ? Well, many have said they missed the show, and guess what? They're back. Welcome to the BJ and Bill podcast.
Welcome to BJ and Bill, the podcast, a part of the Podcast Playground Network. And please give us that 5-star review. Subscribe on your preferred podcast platform. Follow us on Facebook, BJ and Bill, the podcast. You can always email us, BJ and Bill, the podcast @gmail.com. As we welcome you just one episode away. We are at 199.
Wow. 99. What a great song by Toto. 99. Of course, that was about Agent 99 from Get Smart. So yeah, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it just came to mind when you said 199. There you go.
You know, I love getting those emails.
Yes. You got an email.
I got an email, got it all printed up and ready to go.
I am so impressed. So impressed. It's lots to talk about this week. Where do you want to start?
We can start with this email. Let's just start with the email.
Go for it.
Hey, BJ. Thought about messaging.
Hey, whoa, stop. What am I, chopped liver?
I guess so. I'm just reading what's on the email.
I'm already not going to like it. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you're really not going to like it because let me get into it. No, you're not going to hate it.
Go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead.
But I think it's going to give you the motivation to do something this week.
Wow.
It's going to give you, Bill Stevens, it's going to give you motivation.
So the letter's addressed to you, but it's going to give me motivation. Go ahead. Yes. I can't wait to hear it now.
All right. I thought about messaging you on Facebook, but figured you might appreciate an email. Earlier, I heard you mention that you were now on 11 Labs. I use 11 Labs a lot to create character voices for my goofy little podcast. This week, I was working on a story requiring many different voices, and I thought, hey, I know just the guy. I need a short, fat, angry outburst. And behold, Bubba James delivered.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It was a segment on the origination of ice cream cone that will air in about a month. So thanks in advance. Anyway, I catch you guys every week. Keep up the good work. Talk to you later. Our good buddy, Rick Peterson.
Nice. Very nice.
So you always wondered podcast. Bubba James will be appearing as a, what am I? I am let me
outrage.
I'm a fat outburst. Yeah. I need
short. I don't think you meant fat. You mean
he said
fast?
Short, fast. Yeah, short,
fast outburst.
Angry outburst.
Yeah, okay. Because you're a good angry old man. That's true.
Yeah. So be checking that out in the next somewhere in the next month. Rick Peterson, our friend who does the Always Wondered podcast, which is this guy, well, he worked in production for a long time.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, production means he's the guy behind the scenes that makes everything sound so cool.
Right. And he always produces that up in the most awesome ways.
Yes.
And so,
I've heard a bunch of them.
Yeah. They're fun to listen to and they're short. They're just in and out before you know it. And they're great podcasts. So, yeah. So thanks, Rick. Thanks for the email. Next time, just make sure you add Bill's name.
So all right. So I get it now. So now the inspiration is for me to get my butt or digital butt over to 11 Labs and get listed on there. I get it. I do. Okay.
And then you can be the fast, angry young man he needs.
Old guy.
Time.
Yeah. Great. Hey, you kids, get off my lawn. Exactly. So perfect. I love it.
Yeah. So again, thank you, Rick. That'll put at least 3 cents into my coffer. I don't know how it works out. I haven't checked it lately, but last week I was up to like 27 cents or something like that. So I am rocking on 11 Labs.
Wow. Wow.
And I just made like $7.13 off Facebook, so I'm rocking it. My monthly check that I get from Facebook for posting stuff.
Yeah. I'll tell you that this AI stuff. Oh, Alexa, turn it off. Speaking of, look at that. I said AI and she spoke up. I had a timer set to call you. I'm getting into this AI stuff. I really am. I mean, not like your son. Of course, I mean, your son has a business purpose for it, and I'm trying to kind of work on that myself. But boy, oh boy, it's not even every week. It's every day. There's a new something, a new tool, a new process, a new whatever. And I'm now following a couple of different gurus, on their various, newsletters and stuff like that, and how to use it for your business. And it's of course, me, I've always been the tech guy. It started with computers and then iPhones and then websites and stuff like that. And now it's the AI stuff. It really is. So, of course, the important thing is, can you make a buck with it? But that's coming.
That reminds me, I was looking at my likes from different posts that I put on myself, and I
Yes.
saw this AI Bill AI. What is the name of it again? Or was it not you?
I don't have any AI anything in my name or handle or whatever, so no. But you mean, was it a page? Because it might have been a page. If it was my page, I might have an AI thing listed in my page.
I think you do, and because it was like a like from the AI page of you. I don't know, but Bill's
Cool.
AI.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Okay, cool. Well,
I'm old. Remember, that's why he used me. I'm old and grumpy, and I have no brain anymore. So we figured it out. But nonetheless, that's why I thought it was you. I really did. I thought it
might
you.
have been. I mean, it might have been one of my pages or something, because I like your stuff on Facebook when I see it. Of course, especially you post our little thumbnail for the every new webcast podcast. Excuse me. So yeah, it's cool. Very cool.
There's one thing about this podcast that I don't like every once in a while,
Which is
we record on a Monday,
yeah,
comes out on a Wednesday,
yeah.
and of course the big news hit on Wednesday in the sports world that just drove people mad for the last week. And we, BJ and Bill, the podcast, will talk about that coming up next, my friends. BJ Odom here from Gift of Life, the Organ Transplant Podcast. Reminder, my memoir, More Parts Than a Chicken Nugget, isn't just a medical story. It's a survival story filled with humor, hope, and heart. It'll make you laugh, maybe even cry, and definitely believe in second chances. More Parts Than a Chicken Nugget. Available now on Amazon.
Most people spend years planning for retirement, but not nearly enough time planning for what comes after the paycheck ends. Hi, Bill Stevens here, and like a lot of people our age, I wanted more than just slowing down. I wanted purpose, something meaningful, something that could still create some income from home without punching a clock every day. That's why I started building my own home-based affiliate marketing business. Now, I know that's a fancy term, but it's really pretty simple. I'm also getting help from a big online community and step-by-step support. And now I help other people nearing retirement discover that maybe their next chapter of life could become the best one yet. Want to learn more? Well, check out my website, bizwithbill.com. Again, www.bizwithbill.com. That's with a Z. All right, I got to admit that his little tease there, it hooked me. It got me, because I don't remember what happened.
Oh, you don't know?
I do know that the problem, of course, like you said, we record on a Monday, comes out on a Wednesday. So if anything happens on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, we're too bad. You lose. You missed it.
Actually, I believe the big controversy happened on Wednesday night, or was it Thursday night?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What else could I be talking about? Maybe it's not on your Facebook feed, but it has been nothing but on my Facebook feed the entire week. And I'm almost to the point where I'm sick and tired of it, but it's kind of fun to watch. Caitlin Clark and the whole caboclo, the refs getting suspended, the girl. I still think if that was, Green, Draymond
Draymond Green.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd been out for a week. He'd have been out for a week.
It'd been 5-day suspension.
Yeah. All right. So we're talking about the latest incident in which Caitlin Clark got roughed up. And it's pretty obvious because there's pictures to prove it. You know, we got the receipts. So, and you're right. And again, I'm not on Facebook as much as you, but I am on X, Twitter, and it's just as bad there, just as bad, with calls for the WNBA commissioner to be fired or to resign or to whatever because of the way she's handling this whole thing. I can't, for the life of me, think of another business that was handed the golden goose, the goose that lays the golden eggs, and they put it in the oven. and they turned it into pate or whatever.
Yeah,
they
we
cooked
can cook
the golden
this up
goose
for Thanksgiving.
They cooked the golden goose. You have a person, a player, a personality, a whatever that could be the face of this league for another 10 years and will help you to pack arenas with fans and sell gobs of merchandise. But no, you're letting her get beat up, roughed up, thrown out of games, not thrown out, but taken out of games because of injury, et cetera, et cetera. They changed the rules in NFL football to protect quarterbacks. Look up the Tom Brady rule if that name means anything to you. They changed the rules so that star players would be protected because, gosh, if our star is playing, more people are going to pay to see him and we're going to make more money. But no, we're not doing that in the WNBA. We're going in the other direction, as we always say in radio. And all right, I'm sorry. I'm ranting here already, and we're only 10 minutes into the show, and I'm already ranting. I don't get it. I don't believe it.
It's like blunder after blunder. It's just not the one foul. And people have been griping about the officiating for the last year. But then
wait, there's more.
They come out this week with a poster to represent the WNBA. And guess who isn't on the poster?
It's the 30th anniversary poster, and she's not on it.
And there are other new players that joined the league when she did.
Yeah.
That is on the poster. But she's not on, which caused another uproar.
Well,
and,
again,
I've heard from many, I follow this, and this is like I said, it's like every other post, it seemed like, for a couple of days. And there are those that say, and I don't disagree. She brings some of it on herself. She's feisty. But that's part of the game. She claps and gets the crowd. Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And she's privileged.
Yeah.
But anybody that plays in the NBA or the WNBA is privileged because they're making more than you and me and 90% of the other people in this world.
Your boy, Steph Curry. Gee, what is that little go to sleep thing where he makes the 3-point at the end of the game? Go to sleep. Oh, I'm beating you bad. Time to nap time. Yeah, no excuses. No excuses. I don't care if they're riling up the crowd. That's their job.
Right. So, but yeah, we had to rant because but it has also, how many times have BJ and Bill actually said, bad press, good press, press is press?
It's all
and
just
they have got,
right, as we always say.
They have got a shitload of it over the last week.
I get it. And I agree with you, by the way. Any press is good press. I get it. It gets your name in the news. It gets your name. It gets your face out there. And, for Caitlin, I mean, can she make any more money? I don't know. She's doing Gatorade commercials. She's doing State Farm commercials. She's doing how many other commercials? Huh?
Got her own shoe from Nike?
But I mean, she can't. It's like, congrats, you've made it, great. But it's just still, I don't get it. I just don't.
Let me ask you a quick question here.
I'm ready.
If I get the shoe and wear it, would I be gay?
Do you think they make them in your size?
I got little feet. I only weigh in a men's size. I only weigh I wear like a 7.5,
Oh,
8.
really?
Yeah, I got little
Then you
feet.
could probably find. I would not challenge your manhood if you were to wear Caitlin Clark shoes. I mean, if that's only one small step removed from the thousands and thousands and thousands of guys you see wearing her jersey at the games. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. I don't care. No, I don't mind. Go ahead. Go for it. No, the thing that you and I have been this is kind of on the same level as that. The Sophie point
Oh, where
is
she
going
points. Oh
is
yeah.
going nuts. And I had to look it up. I actually had to go to our friend Google and I said, "What's up with the Sophie Cunningham pointing thing?" And it said, and I'll give you 10 seconds on that. It says Sophie Cunningham went viral for a 22-second silent pointing exchange with Dewana Bonner during the Indiana Fever versus Phoenix Mercury game, June 22nd. So almost a week ago, in fact, exactly a week ago as we record this. The incident occurred after a scuffle between Caitlin Clark and Bonner. Cunningham pointed at Bonner to question why Bonner did not receive a technical foul while Clark did. Bonner responded by pointing back and telling Cunningham not to point at her. Don't point at me, which escalated the standoff until referees separated them. Cunningham later explained on her own podcast, we need to have her on our podcast,
Oh yeah. No
that she
kidding.
initially pointed to address a referee, but continued because it annoyed Bonner, calling the moment stupid, but admitting I couldn't help myself. The clip became a massive internet meme across social media platforms for various reactions, and Cunningham has since embraced the attention, posing for fans, recreating the gesture, etc. So yeah, and I sent you a few of them last night of her like in this, royal queen costume doing the point and everything. And there's another one I saw this morning with her in the Supergirl costume and the cape behind her and the whole thing. So yeah, if that's not on a t-shirt by the end of the week, Sophie, you're missing something.
All this controversy is making her like a big star also.
And
But let
that's
me
fine.
tell you,
I'm
there,
cool
there
with
was a
that.
meme that I absolutely loved. She was giving the point,
Yes.
and then they would go back and forth with Trump. I guess he was pointing at somebody, and so it was like them two just like it was pretty funny.
See, AI is good for the world. See, it's fun. It helps out. Great. Yeah. So yeah, like the Sophie, the Supergirl one, it was, and the one I saw, it was like motion, it moved and everything, and she turned and it's like, oh, cool, look at that. So yeah, AI just makes it all that much better. So anyway, that's the point thing. I had to look it up. So now we all know, and you're welcome. So there you go.
And a lot of the posts that I'm seeing, not a majority, but there is a lot saying, "Hey, Caitlin, why don't you just tell the WNBA to off and
I
go
have seen that.
overseas because they said you could probably make twice the money you're making there, and they would treat you like royalty, the way
I've
you
seen that.
deserve to be treated."
I have seen that, and in fact, I don't know if it was on a podcast or a video or whatever, where Sophie basically said, I'll go with her, and
Yeah.
That's hard to argue with. Like you said, they will. I know Italy has a lot of basketball leagues, and
So
all
does
of Europe.
Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Japan. Oh my God, in Japan they would adore her.
Oh man, they love Shaq in Japan. Let me tell you.
Oh my God, they love American sports of all kinds. So yes, long story short, I think I would do. I think I would drop the hint to say, you fix this, I might not be around for long if if it continues to go this way. So I would support her in that 100%. 110%. I'll never go. Never say never. I was going to say I'll never go to a WNBA game. I might put one on TV. I know you're a bigger fan than I am, but I watch occasionally, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous now how it's gotten out of hand. It just looks like a street fight. So
well, yeah, you talk to my wife, she will say, "I am a fan," because I even watch games that doesn't have the Fever playing in it now.
Right. Right.
I'm like, that's kind of my thing now. I'm just really into the girl. But girls are always been like little cat fights and scratchy. Maybe that's what it's all about. I don't know.
I don't have an answer for you. I don't. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I love the idea, and I've talked about this before. I think maybe even on this show, that it's like in college, I think it's a great opportunity for women, females, to learn team stuff. And that's not something that little girls are normally exposed to. Boys are pack animals. Let's face it. Boys are pack animals. Girls they do their own thing for the most part. And I know don't write. Well, write the show if you feel I'm being sexist. Write an email and tell us why I'm wrong. So therefore, anything I feel that can have an opportunity for girls to learn the power of teamwork, I think is a good thing. I do. I mean,
now
it's good
I
for
will
everybody.
say this: being a young man from Indiana, even though that I don't live there now and haven't for years and years and years, I have cousins and nieces that are, and I think Indiana is a basketball town, though.
Of course,
or a basketball state. Yeah. Yes. And so, I mean, I have nieces and, cousins and everything that went through, playing basketball in high school, played a little in college. So it's big in Indiana. So maybe Indiana girls are more teamy. That's a word.
It's not a word, but it's a good one. I will take it. It is a good one. So yeah, no, I get it. And we've talked about this before. I don't need to beat a dead or dying horse with this, but WNBA, get it figured out. Get it figured out.
Well, I tell you, after this week, because everybody always says, "Oh, we'll just we won't watch it." Well, I'm almost it's been so much out there the last week. I'm almost like I'm over it. Yeah,
right.
Let me just move on. I'm not
right.
It's kind of taken the excitement out of me, which was a pretty big. I wouldn't say huge, but I would say big WNBA fan.
Right.
In fact, I'm a big enough fan that I watch enough games that it makes my wife just like, another one.
My partner, Miss Mary, is probably like that with me with baseball, because now that everything else is over, baseball is pretty much it for the summer. So I watch baseball games, even though I'm not huge into them, but I kind of am. Like last night, saw, again, as we record this on a Monday morning, Sunday night, really good game. Yankees and Red Sox. Red Sox won it in 10 innings. And she's like, why do you care? I'm like, well, actually do care, because if the Yankees continue to lose, that helps the Tampa Bay Rays. So I'm like, I'm a Boston fan tonight. So, and that's fine. That was fun. And it was a good game too. So there you go.
Good.
Speaking of sports, I have one. Oh, go ahead. You were going to wrap something up there?
I was just going to say, as the world of sports, as a kid, huge baseball fan.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to say I've grown out, I've lost interest, but baseball, I can take or leave. The only baseball that I have watched this entire season was maybe a couple banana games. I find it entertaining, but I haven't watched any, besides that, that's all the baseball I've watched all year long.
Baseball might be an unknown Bill Stevens story. That might be one of the reasons I was so interested or became interested in the whole radio thing as a young person, like high school, college day. I would lie in bed with my transistor radio, listening to Joe Tate call the Cleveland Indians games at night while I'm, drifting off to sleep. And Joe, well, I mean, there's a lot of good announcers in baseball, and he was a great one. Back in the day, back in the 60s and 70s with the Cleveland, then Indians, now Guardians. So yeah, that. I'm just thinking that might have been one of my little, motivations for getting into the whole radio thing. So cool.
Now, I don't know if you remember these radios, but when we were children, because I know people that are probably over 40 maybe even, are going to go, what the hell are they talking about? But you got these little transistor AM radios that were like, I don't know, they were cheap. They were just, but you could get all this clear. And I don't want to say the word clear channel because they let BJ and Bill go. And that's coming up next. We're going to talk about all that.
Oh boy.
But you'd play, I would sit there at night and have my little, earphones in. Well, you only have one, you had the one earphone in, you didn't have the duals. And you would just sit there and you just and then you'd hear a station and you listen for a while and then you'd turn it some more and you'd find another station and you'd listen for a while. And that's where I think I got really turned on into radio as a small child under my, I had my head over the covers, sitting there playing with a little transistor radio at night, trying to find different stations across the country. Cause back then,
Yes.
they had these things called clear channel and you were on this frequency and you were the only one on this frequency. And so there were chances that you could get a station 500-600 miles away on one of these clear channel broadcast stations. And that was like a big thing for me, under the covers, listening to radio at night.
I did that. I've told this story before, but it was way, 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 way back on this podcast before, about how when I was working in Phoenix, Arizona, morning show, driving to work, 5 a.m. in Phoenix or whatever, I could tune in and listen to my old college roommate and friend who we tried to have on this show once a long time ago, Kent Jones, who was the morning guy on KOMA, Oklahoma City. And I would be listening to Oklahoma City in Phoenix, Arizona, which is gotta be 700-800 miles away. I don't know. Crow flies. I don't know. So yes, that was awesome. So
I remember,
it's a thing.
I remember in my early days at WINK, Wink FM.
Right.
I would be going to work because sometimes I worked the overnight shift. And when I was out, I would be listening to WLS Chicago in Florida.
Right.
Going, oh my God, this is so cool. It wouldn't, when the sun came up, it pretty much went away. But
yes,
in the nighttime hours, you could get like WLS Chicago in Fort Myers, Florida. And that was, to me, that was still cool. And I was an adult then.
I just looked it up, 850 miles from Phoenix, Arizona to Oklahoma City. And I was listening to one of their, to one of their radios, to a, clear channel, like you said, radio station out of Oklahoma City. Awesome. Amazing. So yeah, we did that. Well, in Cleveland, we used to listen to, what was the station in, it wasn't in Detroit. It was it was in Canada.
Yeah.
CKLW. CKLW. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. Rock and roll station. Wow. That was awesome.
I remember as a little boy, I listened to WSM out of Nashville. Right. I would hear like WABC out of New York back in those days. That was cool stuff, for a little kid. Like, oh, wow, I'm listening to a New York radio station.
And now kids go, hey, it's easy, Grandpa. I just open the phone and I turn on iHeartRadio and I can listen to anything, anywhere, anytime. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. Fine.
Speaking of iHeartRadio.
Uh-oh.
Big news, and we will have it coming up next here, folks.
Oh,
especially for you South. Well, actually, it's countrywide, but Southwest Florida got some big news for you, containing iHeartRadio, our old home.
Yes. You ready to take a break already?
Yeah, let's do it, and then we'll come back because there might be some more ranting coming up next, boy. My friends.
Oh, geez. All right. Stand by for that. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is BJ and Bill, the podcast. On the episode number 199, it's going to be big next week. I don't know what we're doing, but it's going to be big. So anyway, if you are enjoying this, please head over to wherever you get your podcasts, whether that's Apple or Spotify, iHeartRadio, like we're going to talk about in a minute, YouTube Music, you name it. They all have podcasts, and they all allow you to leave that 5-star review, which we would encourage you to do. Thank you so much. If you want to visit us on Facebook, just do a quick search for BJ and Bill the podcast at the Facebook page level, and you will find our page. You can leave a picture or a question or a joke or whatever. And of course, you can always email the show and make BJ so happy by emailing bjandbuildapodcast@gmail.com. There you go.
Yeah, somebody else email me. Use my voice from 11 Labs on maybe your radio station far, far away. That's all it'll be on Clear Channel pretty soon is 11 Labs. Maybe I can get some, Clear Channel jobs, iHeartRadio jobs. They're letting everybody go. That's all they did over the last week. Just one after another after another. I don't even know if there's anybody in the Fort Myers building anymore. I really don't.
Seriously.
Seriously.
And you found this out, from your son down there in Fort Myers?
Well, I heard it from my son, and I also, because he has a meeting coming up with him this week, because we're too old. I don't even want to say the word old, but where do radio disc jockeys go? Once their radio stations have let them go and they're trying to decide what they'll do next.
They do a podcast.
They talk to Gentry. Yeah, they talk to Gentry. In fact, I gave him the word. I said, yeah, you should. I like BJ and Bill. Remember, I think over some of the coolest times when BJ and Bill was on the air, working for iHeartRadio before they let us go.
Yes.
And we'd had this going bit where the guys down the hall, the freak show, Flying Brian.
Yes.
Would come down and we'd talk to, we'd be like the old men, we would like give them encouragement, and they would tell us, what was going on in the cool hip world. And we'd tell them about the good old days.
That's
Flying Brian and the freak show no longer on Clear Channel at 105.5 The Beat. They have shown him the door. Not even a month after he signed a new contract. How does that happen, people? How do you sign a new contract going, I'm good for another 5 years? And a month later they walk in and go, we don't need you no more. There's the door. Get your butt out as quick as you can.
Really, literally, just signed a new contract. So of course, you and I both know that those radio station contracts aren't worth the paper they're printed on. But I would say, okay, you can fire me, but pay me.
I would say pay me the whole. I probably could never get 5 years out of it.
That's what I'm saying.
They probably have something in there. Okay, we give you like a 4-week severance or something like that, or maybe a 5-week severance.
Maybe if you're lucky. Yeah. So literally they fired the morning show. Because the morning show is usually the last thing to go.
So last Monday we were doing the BJ and Bill podcast.
Yes.
And that's about probably the time, because they went in to do, the way I take it, they went in to do the show on Monday morning, and I don't know if they completed the show or didn't even start it. But yeah, Monday morning was their day.
So a week ago today as we record this. What is the radio station going to do? Are they just voice tracking the whole thing now?
I don't, like I said, I don't even know if there's any live bodies in that building anymore. Because voice tracking, and for people wondering what's voice tracking? That's where you can be in any city in the country and you can, lay your voice down, or an AI voice for that matter, and can do the whole show for you. And that's what Clear Channel is. Of course, they have, your country, it's Bobby Bones.
Right.
It's the Breakfast Club for, Beat was, kind of a hip hop, pop station,
Right.
So they have like a master morning show for almost every format: country, pop, AC, whatever. And that's probably what they're doing. They're just going to run their morning shows that are popular in every market they own, which is almost every market. And local radio, it's almost like bye Miss American Pie. It's the day that, radio has died, thanks to the rules that the government made maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Or you can buy, just can't have
as many
over
radio
half
stations as you want, and you don't have to have anybody locally. Right.
Yeah. So,
I prefer, actually, rather than American Pie, I actually preferred Tom Petty, Gainesville Boy, The Last DJ. Go look it up. It's The Last DJ by Tom Petty. It's awesome. It's an awesome song. But it's exactly the same thing. It's like, oh, well, whatever. So
in my opinion, about the only place you can get real radio anymore is a little small market mom and pop radio stations that still have like a morning show of local people telling local things. And some of these little mom and pop radio stations are like little mom and pop radio stations were 50 years ago.
I believe it.
The whole lineup is live. Now I know that now I better.
Wait. This is BJ Odom telling us that he's doing this even though he's one of those voices for a radio station out in Arcadia.
I don't know if anybody. Well, no, I'm not one of those voices in Arcadia.
Oh, okay.
We never put the deal together yet.
Oh, okay.
But I could be, maybe
you could
down
be.
the road. But at least I know, because I was there for over almost 3 years in Arcadia, maybe even longer than that. And I still have friends. I still have cousins. I still go to Arcadia. I still spend time in Arcadia. In fact, I think the end of next month, or is it? I don't know. I think I'm going to go down to see Wade Hayes in Arcadia.
Right.
So yeah, at least I know what it is. I know the people that live there. When you're listening to some of these Clear Channel iHeart stations, they've never been to Fort Myers. They've never even been to Florida.
Right. So I was thinking, actually, when you were saying the only place you could get that kind of live morning radio now is probably also the real major markets like New York, LA, Phoenix, whatever, probably still live at least in the morning, right?
Well, Bobby Bones is in Tampa for the iHeartRadio station.
Yeah, there you go.
Tampa's a top 20 market.
Okay, I get it.
All the people that don't understand.
It shows how much I listen to live local radio, which is almost not at all. I'd be curious because they sound kind of live. There's an FM here that has signals both in Gainesville and in Ocala down the road. Two signals. I wonder if they're live or not. They kind of sound live.
Well, if you're really good at voice tracking, you can sound live as can be.
You could sound 100% live and nobody will ever know it. Yeah,
because I got to admit, I've done that in other places. I have voice tracked.
Sure.
It's part of the business nowadays.
There's a young lady on YouTube, and she's not the only one, but I've kind of been watching a few of her videos, and she's taken this concept. It's actually a book, I think, called and I'm going to say a bad word, but it's part of a bigger word. It's the enshittification of everything, which is basically everything goes to SHI, you know what? The enshittification of everything in America. And it's all based on, of course, money.
Yeah.
Restaurant food. You can go to a high-end restaurant and a low-end restaurant. They serve the same food because they're buying it from the same food supply company. Radio stations, no more humans. It's cheaper to do it the other way. And everything is getting cheaper and worse and it just, everything. And it's just because of money. Everybody wants to make the most money with the least investment. I get it. I do. But there comes a point where it's like, okay, really? Really? Does it need to be this bad? So anyway, I guess that's reason number 6 or 7 why I don't eat out anymore.
Well, it was about 9 years ago. My son was looking at his cell phone and said, someday this is what people are going to go for entertainment. They're going to listen to their music. They're going to listen to their radio stations.
Absolutely.
He thought of that 9 years ago, and that's when he got into this whole digital world.
Sure.
With radio stations, podcasting, and everything.
Sure.
And now he's probably reaping as much as some radio stations are, if not more.
Sure he is. I don't, I don't doubt that. I know what he does. I've seen what he does and with his internet radio stations and his podcasting and his music business and his, it's not hard. And I'm not gonna, don't say that, Bill. It is hard, but all you have to have is the vision to do it and find people who can help you do it.
Yeah.
It's not, and again, I keep going back to that living in a college town. Every time I meet a new young person at the pickleball courts, I'll always ask, "Are you a student or whatever?" And most of them are. Some of them, not all, but most of them are students. The young kids. What are you taking? What's your major? What are you going to do? And I'm like, how is that going to jive with the fact that AI is taking every job on planet Earth? Well, I don't know. Like the healthcare people, the kids, that are going into nursing or whatever. All right, you're good for a little while yet. I get it. Pretty much everything else, I don't know. So anyway,
Yeah. What are you telling
another
kids
rant.
nowadays?
Another rant. We're doing a lot of ranting today.
Well, maybe we can unrant and talk a little bit about my new favorite beverage. Lower sugar, 75% less sugar, no artificial sweeteners at all involved.
Uh-huh.
My Gatorade that I'm drinking this morning.
And he's not getting paid to say any of that, by the way. So
Yeah, that was a free commercial.
read those ingredients. What do you mean no artificial sweeteners? I mean,
Oh, you
does it
expect me
have-
to say these words?
Oh, okay. No, I don't. No, that's okay. Never mind.
But I'll give it a try. If that's the big if, yeah. If I could see water, sugar.
I thought you said no artificial sweet. Oh, no artificial, so it has real sugar.
Yeah.
Great.
Citrus acid,
Citric acid. Great.
sodium.
Salt.
See, it's too damn small.
That's all right. Don't worry
But
about
it's got some words in it that I have no idea.
it. We were talking about Gatorade we started this conversation last week, and I don't know how we got on the subject of the guy that invented it, Dr. Robert Cade, who was a big Gator scientist. And I promised that I would look it up because I actually wrote it down on my notes from last week. Dr. J. Robert Cade, pioneering medical professor at the University of Florida, who led the team that invented Gatorade in 1965. 1965.
Whoa.
Born in San Antonio, Texas in 1927. Next year would be Dr. Cade's 100th birthday. Cade joined the UF College of Medicine faculty in 1961 as the university's first kidney specialist. Do you have a kidney specialist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nephrologist.
Nephrologist, yeah.
Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right.
And then
That's what he
before
was.
before that, I had a nephrologist. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. It was out there, and it was
Be here all week.
low-lying fruit that I just thought I'd pick.
And it says his development of a sports drink which BJ is slurping as I read, was driven by research into athletes and dehydration, resulting in a legacy that generated over $1 billion in royalties for the university and the research team. Dr. Cade remained an active researcher and philanthropist until his death in 2007, leaving behind the Cade Museum for Creativity and Invention and numerous endowed chairs and scholarships at UF. Dr. Cade, we salute you. I have been to your museum. It's kind of cool. There you go.
Trying to remember what is there. There's actually a hospital up there that does heart transplants, kidney transplants, all that in Gainesville.
Are you talking about the universities?
Yeah, but what is the name of the hospital there in Gainesville?
Shands,
yeah. Shands Hospital does a lot with transplants.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Good for them. Well, I mean, it's a teaching hospital, so I would assume they are on the, pardon the pun, cutting edge of all of that sort of thing. So,
well,
be here all week, folks.
That's like, Tampa General's also a teaching hospital too. Does a lot of research. But in the original days, transplants were still somewhat new. I mean, they weren't real new, but they were somewhat new when I got mine. And I was even thinking, because there were some people from Fort Myers that had heart transplants, actually got them in Shands. And I was thinking, wow, what if I should go up there? They got the University of Florida, that could be.
It's pretty cool.
That. Yeah. So, but no, I'm happy with Tampa General. They've done good work. They've kept me alive for 23 years now.
Kept you alive for 23 years. Come on. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Well, I mean, I get it. You could be Superman or something, but they didn't have that whole superpower thing figured out back then. So, 23 years, that's pretty good. Still alive and kicking. Good for you. Good for you. So anyway, that's our Dr. Kate, our Gatorade thing or whatever. So I know you go in like these phases where like, you'll have a different sports drink or a different hydration thing. So this is your new one now? You're kind of settled on
Yeah,
this, or are you still testing?
I think I might settle on this one. I got to see. My biggest problem, and that's why I drink these sports drinks, is people are going to say, that VJ, he's not that athletic.
No, he's not. No.
But the things that they put in these sport drinks, triglyceride, I don't know, not
Right.
triglyceride. That's sugar.
Potassium, yes. Electrolytes, yes.
Yeah, electrolytes.
That's good for you. Good for you.
And my blood pressure runs low. And so this kind of helps raise it a little bit. And in fact, I will, here, I also have my water here by my side. Drink about 4 or 5 of those, which is probably still not enough a day, but I drink a lot of water and I do a lot of, standing somewhere.
I need to drink. This is, you're inspiring me. I need to drink more water. For God's sakes, I don't drink enough water. I know that. But the problem is, like you said, I'm an old man. If I drink water now, in 15 minutes, I'll be in the bathroom. And if I'm not, it will be a problem. So I don't know. What is that? Oh, it's a prostate thing.
That's prostate.
What do I know?
Hell, I take a pill for this morning. I was thinking I should take a picture of this. I had all my pills because sometimes I just take them all at once.
Yeah.
So right. I had a whole handful of pills. And I go, I should just take a picture of this and post
you
it
should.
And say, this is transplant life. This is my breakfast, basically, folks.
I'm actually test driving a new supplement as well for older males such as you and I, for all the kinds of things that happen to older males.
Trying to get frisky is what you're telling me, Bill?
Perhaps. Yes, perhaps. So yeah. So
believe me, my frisky has friskied out a long time ago.
And we're not talking dog food here, but
and I was the person that said, once my frisky goes, just shoot me now.
It's over. I understand.
So I should have shot myself 2 or 3 years ago because my frisky has left the building with Elvis. And it pisses me off.
Well, among other things. I hear you. I do. So I mean, I get it. There's
what do
a
you
lot
get,
of,
Bill? What do you get? What do you get, Bill?
I get watching too many YouTube videos of what happens to testosterone levels in old men as you get old, how it just like basically falls off a cliff. But it's not irreversible. It's not a death sentence. That's a strong word. I don't mean it that way. But it's not like the end of the world. You can do stuff about it. And for yours truly, it's like, okay, maybe I want to lose a few pounds. I think that might be a good idea. But the problem is I usually, when Miss Mary goes to work, I usually we walk out, the dog and I walk out with her, and then the dog and I will go for a little walk so the dog can do its business, somewhere other than my backyard. Yes, I clean up after it, folks. Yes, don't be that guy. But you're laughing out in the living room. But it's the past 2 weeks in Gainesville have been like about 200 degrees out there. You could bake cookies on the walk.
I got to say, this was my wife. I did not see this, but Rensselaer, Indiana, kind of like where I came from before I came to Florida.
Yeah.
She said it was 106 degrees in Rensselaer, Indiana. I was like, what? Well, I don't know if she saw something or I don't know what, maybe, but that almost sounded like that couldn't be. But if it was, whoa, baby.
Well, I mean, my friend Miss Alexa just told me today that there's a heat advisory in effect all day today. And I'm like, yeah, no kidding. And do I really want to play pickleball tonight in the hot sun? We usually start at about 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Are you kidding me? And I'm waffling on that. My love of pickleball is kind of like taking a back seat to my desire to stay alive and stay cool.
I would say maybe you should move the pickleball courts into the pool.
What a great idea. What would that pool pickleball? I'll have to think about that, how that would work. I don't really, because the ball's not really going to bounce really well on the water. Not that a pickleball bounces very well at all anyway, but you're onto something there. I'm not sure how, but you're onto something. Somebody, one of our pickleball people was going to have a little pool party, I think today or tomorrow or something like that. So anyway, who knows? Who knows? It's just too damn hot. I don't want to do anything. That's not a good thing, not a bad. What was your, this is maybe you know, maybe you don't know. I'm just going to throw this out. And if you don't want to share it on the podcast, it's okay. We can talk later. What was your electric bill last month?
Like 130, 140, something like that. Now, I don't have a house.
Right.
I have what we call, okay, let me kind of explain things because.
Yes, I know.
We live in a villa.
A villa, yes.
But if you're anywhere else in the United States but Florida, we're living in a freaking duplex, okay, people?
Yes.
But no, it's
villa.
A villa.
Villa. So yours is two units? Two
units. Yeah. Now, before we moved here, we were in Winter Haven.
Yeah.
And we were in an 8-unit thing. And let me tell you, we were like in the middle of the 8 units.
Yeah.
And we were, we had a few feet smaller, it was still a 2-bedroom, but it was a little smaller. And our electric bill never topped over 100. And that was beautiful because we had people with air conditioners on both sides of it. So we hardly ever ran. But now, we got, 3 sides that are,
facing
out
the
there.
sun.
Yeah. So we
130.
Yeah.
Double it. My last one. Double it.
Oh, I don't even want to say what my son uses in air conditioning.
Well, he has a big house and a pool and a business and well, he doesn't have a pool, does he? He has a hot tub.
He does. He has a pool, has a business.
Yeah.
And he has it's a lot of people live in the house.
Sure.
And so, they're always doing laundry and stuff like that. So, he says
his electric bill has got to be bigger than mine, which wouldn't surprise me, but
yeah, when he tells me, that's when I need to drink one of these because my blood pressure just goes, whoa.
Although knowing your son, I'm sure he's writing off part of it as a business expense.
Yeah, probably.
I know that. Guaranteed. Maybe I need to do that. I got this office here, the only thing I do in this office is my computer stuff and my podcasting. I should, of course I don't. The problem is when you're a senior citizen and you're really poor, you don't take any deductions. I haven't filled out a tax form in 3 years. It's like the IRS says you make less than this. Oh, you're good. We'll see you next year.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
You really don't because it's a really small number.
Well, I let's just say this. I have about 5 or 6 projects and they all make really small dollars.
Yes.
But when you put all 6 of them together, then it's like, okay, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah. I get it. I do.
Even today, before we, because Bill, we usually start around 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Bill was available early today, and I'm going, can you give me 15 minutes? Because I was actually recording commercials for another radio station.
Very cool.
Not voice tracking, but I was recording their commercials. And, I had one more to do. I had like a 15-second commercial to record, and I already had it recorded. I just had to produce it. So I said, give me 15 minutes. And
sure.
I ripped it off and got all the music, put into it and everything.
As the money rolls in for BJ Odo.
Of course, if you like to get my voice without even contacting me, just look up Bubba James on 11 Labs. He'd be glad to do anything you want. You can even say, make him angry, make him happy. Bubba James will do anything you type into that computer, and I will have any attitude you want me to have. Sweet, mean.
I love that. Blows me away. It really does. How you can change. And I've again, like I said, I've been doing the AI thing. I've been learning a little bit about it, and you and I have exchanged. And you create, like I said, the thumbnail for the podcast every week and everything like that. And I've been doing some other stuff. You can feed AI a few pictures of yourself, selfies. Take a dozen selfies, so the AI knows what you look like. Pop it into your favorite AI tool, and then just say, all right, take this face and put it, on a movie star, put it on Superman, put it in the, put it in space and an astronaut or, whatever. And it will. And it looks great. It looks amazing. So anyway, we need to play with that some more.
Yeah, and then I found out too with 11 Labs, because like I said, I do commercials for other radio stations. And sometimes they want them just cold, my voice, just the voiceover. And they produce everything on their own. Like there's a station in Texas that I do all their, anytime a country artist comes to this, comes to town, I record the spots for the concerts. But what's cool about them, I just lay down my voice and they put in all the singing and stuff. Right. Then they send them back to me so I can listen to them. I'm like, damn, I sound really good. You mean I produced that commercial? Woo! But it's just my voice. I didn't really produce it, but damn, they make me sound good.
They make you sound good. Well, see, there's one or two ways that AI is actually helpful. But again, you've put some local person out of business, out of a job, who might normally be doing that.
This is kind of a mom and pop station, and they have somebody on all. I'm just recording the commercial.
Okay.
So they don't have like
you haven't cost anybody their job.
Yeah, I haven't caused anybody their job, really. No.
Okay. All right.
And so I'm basically there's a concert venue. Kind of like if you're from Fort Myers, the ranch, and so they have all the country concerts. The ranch does all that. Same thing. There's a bar there that has like all the B, and you get a few A artists because it is Texas, But yeah, I just do the voiceover, and then they put the music in there. Like you might have Wade Hayes going, well, singing the song, and then my voice comes in, and then some more of the song, and yeah, they do all the hard mixing for me.
All the hard work. They do all the hard work. You just get the glory. Wow,
well, see,
listen to that guy.
Somebody keeps the job because somebody else does all the work. I just give them the voice.
That's the way it works. That's the way it goes. All right, cool. What else? Anything else?
Nothing. The wife has had a hair appointment, and she just texted me wanting to know if I want. Where did I? Well, it came in. Where is it? Want to know if I want anything for lunch?
Yes, please.
But I don't see where is it here? I don't know. I'll just pick up my few minutes and call her because we're about done.
Yeah.
Of course, you probably have already picked something up, and I'm not even going to get anything.
Is there a Publix nearby? The Mrs. Publix makes a great sub. That would be
we're more into either Jimmy John's or Fireman Firehouse.
Both good choices.
Yeah. I like boar's head meat.
Yes.
I do not like their bread. Their bread is way too hard. I like a soft bread.
Okay. I'm sure Mrs. Publix would make it for you as a lettuce wrap, just like Jimmy John's would do.
That's true too, because I usually get a wrap.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm just throwing it. Listen to me telling you what to have for lunch. Yeah, come on. Yeah. I'm gonna go have a bowl of granola here when we're done.
Yeah, as soon as I get off this, I'm going to tell the wife what to bring me.
Awesome. We have obviously run out of things to rant about if we're talking about BJ's lunch at this point. So I think that's. I'm
just going to type surprise me.
Surprise me. Oh boy.
I know it's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to food. Yeah.
And I'll really mess her up. Surprise me. Something good. I don't know what you think is good.
Wait a minute. You guys have been married for 50 years. She don't know what you think is good.
Well, I know we need to get out of here. Our time is running out. But
you're fine. You got 2 minutes.
One last little rant.
Finish the story.
My wife is more of a foo-foo. I don't know. Frou-frou is what I call it. Kind of like she likes frou-frou food,
like what? Like what would she like that you would not? Are you talking fancy stuff like sushi or something like that?
No, she goes to like restaurants. Like I don't know how to explain it. Okay. I go to a restaurant. I like meat and potatoes, or
Yes.
I like regular people food.
Okay.
Like my idea of a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich is bacon, lettuce, tomato. Oh, she goes to these places where you order a BLT, you get bacon, you get tomato, and you get frou-frou. Like it's like leaves and crap, and it's like, I ordered a BLT. L stands for lettuce, not leaves off some damn tree or something.
Probably sprouts and stuff like that.
I don't know. It's frou-frou, I call it.
I understand. I now that you've explained it so clearly, it makes perfect sense.
I don't like frou-frou food.
I understand. Okay. Well,
I like just regular people food. I just like stuff that, I've eaten all my life. I don't need none of this fancy. I don't know. She's a Jersey girl. How a country boy ever got hooked up with a Jersey girl who worked in New York City is beyond me. But so far it's been working some days.
All right. We're at the end of the show. She won't hear this. So you're okay. Yeah. You're safe for another week.
I forget what it was a few weeks ago. I said something. Oh man. She got to listen to it because we were on the road and I had it on. I forgot. And
no,
that was not a fun ride home. Let me just tell you.
All right. So before you get yourself into any more trouble, we'll wrap it up here. Remember, folks, if you're enjoying this show as much as we're enjoying bringing it to you, please stop by wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, you name it. Leave that 5-star review. Find us on Facebook. Just do a search for BJ and Bill, the podcast. And, leave your jokes and your pictures and your questions and whatever. And especially important, just to make BJ happy, send an email, bjandbillpodcast@gmail.com. He'd love you forever for that. That's okay. So that's it. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Until then, it's just up to BJ Odom to say.
See ya!
Dial, take a ride back in time when the airways were golden and the DJs shine. 2 mics, 2 guys, and a whole lot of laughs. Living like legends, bringing stories back. No script, no rules, just telling it all. From theme park tales to a pickleball call. If you love a good yarn and a joke or two, BJ and Bill got the show